bit of a bump here. I might have to readjust the nozzle height. I've now put an Allen bolt on here. This Allen bolt sort of screws against this plate. There's a hole in these two washers super glued together with some big card between, big card under there. Cut to go around the E3D version 6 clone I have. That's got a 4mm thread in there, so when I tighten that up, it pushes down on the plate, pushes this up and grips this E3D version 6 hot end. I've put this plate back on. I used to have that on. I've had to put the bolts up this way around because the fan here sort of catches against the nuts otherwise. So because I've done that, it's probably moved the nozzle a tiny bit, and that's why it might be a little bit bumpy here. This is the right hand side of a replacement for this, if it comes out okay. 2 fan ring system on E3D version 6. This one that's been printed has a higher height on this sort of channel here. Air blows round here and onto the part, as well as this fan here blows cool air across the fins of the E3D. There's a fan here blowing down and blowing air around here, and there's a gap in the bottom of that to blow air onto the part as it's being printed. Now I'm printing with a raft and supports touching the build plate with this print. And I did have problems with this. I tried printing this out earlier, stopped this. This one I was doing earlier and I stopped it because there's a part here on the right hand side and it was almost by itself on a little island on that back corner, and I think the nozzle or whatever, the pressure or whatever, when it came across knocked it over, and it kept doing that, so I've started putting a raft on. Also that this is where the E3D version 6, as I say, mine's a clone. This is another one I've got here. There's a little bit tight up here, so I'm hoping that this one will not be quite so tight. A few other possible minor modifications as well. This is about a 2-hour print, so I will be putting it, well, turning the video off after a few more moments. Okay, I'm going to pause the video now and I'll come back in about half an hour or so, I think. It's 1 hour 31 minutes, that's about halfway through on the display. Good. It's this sort of, I don't know, just a second, it's very right hand one at the back there, that's the one that would get knocked over. See the click there. Anyway, that's the one that will get knocked over, the one that's put there at the back. Now it seems to be stuck in there. This is a 10mm brim. Doesn't look like 10 millimeters, less than 10 millimeters, 5 millimeters each side equals 10. It does look more like a 5 millimeter rim on this side at least. But that rim does go around the part that stands up by itself to a certain extent, and that helps keep it stood up, I imagine, or seems to be anyway, as far as I can tell. I'll try and give you a angle from that side just now. So you probably can see that one that stood up there at the back. Yeah, you can see there. That's the one that will get knocked over without any brim on. So putting a brim on seems to resolve that problem there with that, so far as I can tell up to now anyway. And as I say, we're about halfway through looking at the display, 1 hour 34 minutes. So this is a replacement fan shroud for this, well if this one works out. Basically the main difference, well the two main differences, it's going to be a lot deeper on this channel here so more air can blow around. But also on this one the balls go like front to back. But on this one that's been printed it'll be going side to side. But with this one the E3D version 6 has to be totally taken off because of these smooth rods here. You can't really get in unless you take the E3D totally off, fasten this fan shroud on and then put the whole unit on, so to speak. And you can see that tower there on the right hand side. It's not a tower, it's part of a channel where the air blows through. It has to be quite thin like that because on that side the cables for the E3D version 6 go out, so it has to be quite low down. See or hear this when it goes. I'm just trying to get a better angle, a bit of a better angle there. Leave it there as well. The nozzle is going, seems to be particularly when it's going from right to left. So I could say this one over there is still standing upwards, knock these other ones over instead. Yeah, right. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna pause the camera and I'll come back in about, let's think, half an hour or so, I think. That's 3 hours, and it looks like it's almost like this part of the arch that's coming up over there. When it was on the bed lower down, it was getting like knocked off on the previous prints I tried with this model. You say some bits have been knocked out of here, but it's coped reasonably well with that. It's getting quite near the end, I reckon about 5-10 minutes to go. Well, the bed's had plenty of time to cool down. Seems a little bit almost sticky there around the edge of this rim. Oh yeah. So it was basically this part that was breaking loose before I had the brim on. See how that, as that's been printed there, that's like being printed as a tower. That was from that other side I showed you. And when I was printing it without this brim on, which, as you see, comes off reasonably easily. Same with the supports here. You might want safety glasses on, by the way, because sometimes bits can break off and fly off. Well, I've had to do quite a bit of sanding and like filing down and such like. I mean, it's not perfect, but and there's still a bit of a gap around the edge. Let's see if I can get the light and right around there. So basically that's roughly how it's going to go. Say this, like why this isn't so high here is for the cables to come out here. And the E3D version 6 hot end, this is a clone. Could have to probably see about the Z probe height readjusted again. I think that might stop the nozzle catching against these. See how it's going to go. Bolts in this way, a lot wider to allow more air to pass. As I say, PWM, you can always turn it down. Okay, I'm going to finish off like that.